Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Azzy. If you are new here, welcome. If you have been here before, then you know it is time for another segment of Am I the Jerk? Where I read titles that interest me, I screenshot it, and I give you my very first reaction of reading the story for the very first time. I have a new story for us, and it is titled, Am I the Jerk for Not Paying for a Painting I Asked My Friend to Do? First impressions, yes. Because if she is an artist and she is taking paintings on commission, just because you're a friend doesn't mean you get a free 99 discount for being her friend. That's not how it works at all. You commissioned her for to do a painting for you, therefore you should pay for that painting regardless of you or her being friends, or him. It could be a him, I don't know. My 27 female friend Jordan, 28 female, is a wonderful artist. I love her work, so I told her that if she ever considered doing commission pieces, I wanted to be her first customer. Okay, so if you want to be her first customer, then you better be her first paying customer for doing commission pieces, because that's by definition what a customer is. You ask her to do a job, you pay her for that job. End of story. She was said okay, and I sent her a picture of my dad who passed away as a reference. I wanted to give this painting to my mom as a gift. This was back in early 2018. Jordan said she would start on it when she could, but that she was busy. I just thought she did not want to do any commission work yet and just left it at that. No, it means that she's busy working another job to pay her bills while setting up her name as an artist. It's not it's like YouTube, okay? I don't just go and quit my job and say forget my bills for the month. I'm going to pay it when my YouTube channel takes off and I start getting paid through YouTube. That's not how it works at all. 100% not how it works. And this is what I'm trying to explain to my daughter through showing her how difficult it is to start a YouTube channel and start getting paid through YouTube, because that's what she wants to do. She's got ADHD. She's got her mindset that she is going to be like one of the top YouTube channels, like Mr. Beast, and going to be having her life set because she is going to be making thousands of dollars on YouTube. And that's how she's going to take care of herself. But I'm trying to show her through action that it's very difficult to do. Um, and that I still have to work a regular job before and pay my bills and take care of everything that I need to take care of before that happens. And I'm trying to show her that it takes a long time. I did not like that angle, so I adjusted myself and got a better angle. So good. We're good now. A few weeks after our conversation, Jordan posted on social media saying that she was open to do commission pieces and posted how she would charge for those pieces. I messaged her again, and she said that she got my order and was starting the piece for me. Okay, so she maybe didn't want to do the commission piece at first, it's sounding like. But at the same time, she still had other things to do, so she wasn't ready to fully commit into it. She hadn't gotten her name out there as an artist. Again, it's not just something you graduate art school, if she even went to art school and it was like, yep, I'm an artist now, this is what I'm going to do. It doesn't work like that. Real life doesn't work like that. You still have a job to do because you still at the end of the month have bills to pay. And if she's got animals, she's got the animal to take care of. If she's got kids, she's got the kids to take care of. They need stuff. It's not, life doesn't just be put on hold because she wants to be an artist or I want to be a YouTuber or anything like that. This is my YouTube channel is strictly to show my daughter how difficult it is and how long it takes, and that she's gonna have to do good in school and get a job to take care of herself while she's waiting for her YouTube channel to take off. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying it takes a long time, and real life isn't going to be put on pause while that is happening, while all that is in motion. So, this is my channel is a real life social experiment to show my daughter how difficult it is. If it happens for me. If not, this is still fun to do, especially since I'm waiting for my school to open up, and I get here early because that's where the cheap lifts are. Because that's when the cheap lifts run is at like 6:30 in the morning, and my first class isn't until 9. So therefore, I'm literally sitting outside my school waiting for them to open so I can go to my first class, and I'm sitting here for like 2 hours. So this gives me something to do in that time since all my homework is always done and I study as much as I'm going to be able to study. I also study um before each class and get all my work done. I treat it like high school. I get all my homework done as much as I can in class, study for any tests that I have for the next class at the end. I'm yeah, anytime this is not doable with my school schedule, then I will stop and you guys will see a hiatus from me. But so far it's been working. So let's keep our fingers crossed that it keeps working because this is fun. Per her post, I assumed the piece would be around $200. She also said that she was charging clients around that much, so I should expect to pay about the same. She said she didn't want me to pay until after she was done, so I didn't. That's how most artists work, is you pay for the final piece, and if you don't pay for the piece, then I will sell it to somebody else who likes that same piece of art. At least that's how I imagine it to be, as I am not an artist. I'm actually going to school to be a nurse. So for the last 6 years, she would post the other commission pieces she had done. When I asked about mine, she would say she was working on it, but she hasn't had the time to finish it. She often lost her job, was looking for a new place to stay, etc. Exactly, because real life doesn't pause just because she wants to be an artist. She wasn't at a point where she could completely quit her job and work full time as an artist. She still had to do other things. So, yeah, she's tired. She doesn't always work on it every night. It's gonna take longer. It's not a big deal, in my opinion. That your piece is taking a little bit longer. Her skills are improving during this time. And, $200 may not even be a thing by the time she gets around to it being done. She could be a much, much, much better artist than where she is at when you first commissioned this piece. Where was I? I understood that times could be hard, so I waited. The reason I didn't just stop asking her was because she would sometimes send me Snapchats of sneak peeks of the painting, so I knew she was working on it little by little. Well, flash forward to last weekend, she finally gave it to me. It is a beautiful painting of my dad, and I cried looking at it. She then told me it was $700. I was not prepared to pay that much. I told her that when she started doing commissions, she was charging her clients $200 to $300. She responded saying that she realized her work was worth more, and also the cost of supplies had gone up since then, plus the amount of time spent working on it. I thought it was unfair to charge me so much given I waited for this painting. Okay, yeah, you waited because paintings don't happen overnight. You just don't snap your fingers and the painting's done. It doesn't work like that. Anywhere, it doesn't work like that. You usually have to wait for pictures. You may not have to wait for years, but you still have to wait for pictures. And she's right. The cost of supplies, the cost of her time doing it, she's probably been keeping like a tally on how long it took, but like that she was working specifically just on that piece. The other pieces that she may have done for commission that was quicker than yours was probably not as intricate. You wanted a portrait done. You got the portrait done. She was trying to make sure it didn't look like a caricature. Caricature? Is that how you pronounce it? Caricature? The big headed pictures that normally get done at like fairs and stuff. She was trying to make sure it didn't look like that, that it looked realistic, and that it looked good. I bet you if she were to sell it to some other person, like, here's a picture of a person that I did and it's super realistic, even if like that wasn't of your father, obviously. Um, she would be getting a lot more than $700, especially if it's hyper realistic. I love hyper realistic art. It's not something I could ever do. I'm still at the stick figure stage, but it is beautiful. Also, within the last 6 years, I had gotten married, bought a house, and have two young children. I do not have $700 to spare on this painting. She told me that it wasn't, that it is, oh, I'm sorry. She told me that it isn't her fault that I can't afford it and refused to give it to me until I could pay her. Well, duh. She's an artist. She's trying to get paid for her work. She's not going to give you free piece of art off based off of an IOU. It's not her fault you got married. It's not her fault you bought a house, and it's not her fault that you had two children. What is her fault is that she did not get paid upfront for the painting. But at the same time, she also had life and other things going on, so she didn't know how long the painting was going to take. Therefore, she did not want you to feel like you stole the money from, like she stole the money from you, is what I'm saying. Uh, She told me that it isn't her fault that I can't afford it and refused to give it to me until I could pay her. I told her to just keep it since I did not have the money for it. She called me a jerk for wasting her time on this and left. Absolutely, you are the jerk. 100% you are the jerk. You should be able to, again, this is just my opinion. I feel like you should be able to pay for that painting up front. The fact that, yeah, she wasn't a full-time artist, so she wasn't sitting in her house spending 8 hours a day working on a painting. She was working, she was taking care of whatever other responsibilities that she has. I like how you mentioned that you have children and you bought a house and all this. I did mention that sometimes she was unemployed, sometimes she had to go look for a job, sometimes she had to find a new place to live. Great. That's all great details, but at the same time, life doesn't stop just because you want to be an artist, because you want to do something that not everybody can do, because you want to do something that is out of the box as a job. You know, she's not out waiting tables, she's not out being a nurse, she's not out working at an office. You know, she is doing all that and trying to be something more, trying to pursue her dream, trying to follow her dream of being an artist. You should also have taken into account that, yeah, she spent 6 years doing it, but if the painting was so good that it made you cry when you saw it because it was of your passed away father, then you should also realize that that is something an artist strives to do every single time, is to make you feel a type of way when you look at their art. And if she did that with a portrait of your father as a painting, that should absolutely be priceless. I would be like, hey, look, I can't pay for you for it right now. Let me keep a ledger. I will pay $100 here, $50 there, but I'll make sure that I have the full $700 for you because this piece is amazing. You should not be expecting for her to just give it to you because the piece is done and you don't have the money. That's not her problem. That's not her prerogative. She needs to be paid for her time, her supplies, and things in this economy are tough. They are difficult. Inflation has been up like crazy. There may have been some times where she didn't even work on it for days or weeks or whatever because she was tired from basically working two jobs to make her dreams come true. So no, I don't think your friend is being the jerk. I think you are being the jerk because there are other ways around it. Yeah, you don't have the full 700 just to fork over right away, but you could potentially put money aside. $50 here. Stop going to Starbucks. There's $20 right there. Stop going to Starbucks. $20 every time you want to go to Starbucks should go in that painting fund to get your painting paid for. So what? Big deal. Make your coffee at home. I do it. Or I will buy a little Starbucks jar of coffee for $5. Even then, that's astronomically priced, and I don't do that very often. But no, I do not think that you're a jerk. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share it, get it out there to the world. Again, this is just an experiment that I'm doing to show my daughter how difficult it is to start a YouTube channel from scratch and have it pay something. So if it happens, and I get monetized, great, fantastic, and thank you guys so much for the support. If not, it's okay, because I'm still having fun. See you next time.